The fashion season is coming back, and the first one, New York Fashion Week. Look guys, how prepared I am for this fashion week. We'll talk about new collections from Alaia, Khaite, Ralph Lauren. We also discuss some new creative directors. At this point I feel like we do it in every video. So guys, I promise it will be very interesting. Hi guys, my name is Dima. I make videos about fashion, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe on my channel for more fashion content. The brand Alaia is not an official candidate of New York Fashion Week, but this time they decided to perform the show here. Azadi Alaia himself held a fashion show in New York in 1982, when he promoted his brand on the American market. Now, more than 40 years later, they're making their return. One of the most interesting features of the show is the location. The show was held at the Guggenheim Museum, and it's the first time of the history of this museum they hosted a fashion show. I'm honestly so surprised about that. I can't believe nobody thought about using this location, because this location is stunning. I think this museum also perfectly complements the aesthetic of the brand Alaia, because they love using spiral motifs in their clothes, especially the famous Alaia dresses with spirals wrapped around the body. The collection itself was beautiful as well. Alaia is always about the construction of clothes. It's like architecture but in a fashion form, and the designer Peter Millier is doing a great job. If you guys watched my last video, I talked about the nominees for Fashion Award 2024, and he is one of the nominees. I think he truly deserves this nomination. He's done so much for the brand Alaia. If you guys haven't watched my previous video, I'll leave the link down below for you. Another highlight of the show was that Peter Millier didn't use any zippers or buttons. If you look at the clothes, you won't find any of this stuff. Since the show was performed at New York Fashion Week, Peter Millier referenced some American designers. For example, a coat with a double hood referenced American designer Pauline Trigger, who was famous in the 1950s and 60s. Another jacket was inspired by the work of James Charles, one of Azadine Alaia's favorite designers. In conclusion, I wanna say Alaia never disappoints. Great collection. And by the way guys, did you see the video when Rihanna attended the Alaia show? She looked so beautiful, so much sparkles. When we talk about the brand Khaite, we think wearable, dark, and edgy. This is the perfect description for this brand. Or as Vogue magazine say, Khaite has perfect modern New York glam. If we talk about this collection, the collection was inspired by the birth of her child. In the interview she says, "Maybe it's my son, all the warmth I get from him, but there's a mood coming into this. I think I'm just feeling a little warmer these days." The show started with a cropped tailored black jacket, leather coats, and jacket with stand-out pieces in this collection, balancing masculine and feminine energy. Very beautiful. Many pieces featured fluid, flowing fabrics that moved effortlessly on the runway. This look reminded me of the Prada dress that Hunter Schafer wore on the red carpet. It also features fluid, flowing fabrics. It was so beautiful. We also know that Kate Holstein isn't a fan of bright colors, but in this collection she gave us some for rainy fall days, from beautiful Barbie pink to red. If we talk about the accessories, look at these shoes. They like inverted tabbies from Maison Margiela, and we saw a lot of colorful bags in this collection. For example, this beautiful organza set with a pop of color from the back. Let me guys know what do you think about this collection, and if you have any pieces from Khaite. And also, they need to do a men collection. I'm waiting. Finally, Ralph Lauren. As you guys see, I'm prepared for this video. Ralph Lauren stayed true to his roots, presented collection that celebrated a classy, preppy American style, infused with modern elements. He held his show in the New Hampshire. I think it's perfect location for Ralph Lauren, inviting many celebrities, from Nara Smith and Usher to the First Lady Jill Biden. She is a fan of Ralph Lauren. When it comes to the clothes, it was what Ralph Ralph does best. He makes clothes to live your life in. From the iconic American flag sweater to elegant suits, the clothing is something you don't have to think twice about. The color palette was very typical for Ralph Lauren. Lots of neutral colors, whites, creams, and earth tones. The evening section of the collection reminded me of some Khaite dresses, with flowing fabrics that moved effortlessly on the runway. Tailoring remained at the heart of the collection, with perfectly fitted blazers, trousers, and dresses. One of my favorite suits was look number 30. If you guys don't know this guy, his name is Lucky, and he is the husband of Nora Smith. And if you don't know who is Nora Smith, I don't know what are you doing. This one is also one of my favorite looks from the collection. It's so simple and elegant, just a white tank top with a sequin skirt and a great belt. It's something that can be easily replicated with the items that many of us already have in our wardrobes. Honestly, there were many looks in this collection that can be easily recreated right now. So guys, if you wanna find some great inspiration for your outfits, look at looks at Ralph Lauren. There was also a lot of accessories in this collection, from some statement bags in quite luxury aesthetic to gold accents. All I can say about this collection is that Ralph kept it classic, but with just enough edge. The new creative director of brand Givenchy is Sarah Burton. The big question was whether it will be Pia Paolo Piccioli or Sarah, and I think this is the perfect match. She is a very talented designer. At McQueen, I don't think she could show her full potential, because people always wanted to see McQueen's aesthetic. People love him and miss him so much. It's also very ironic because Alexander McQueen himself worked at Givenchy. People are now wondering if Sarah Burton will reference him in her designs. I think she might do a little, but I hope it mostly will be about her. She deserves her own path. In the interview, Sarah Burton says, "I'm so excited to be able to write the next chapter in the story of this iconic house and bring to Givenchy my own vision, sensibility, and beliefs. And honestly, I don't understand why this fashion house didn't have a creative director for so long. Everyone has already forgotten what this house represents. The only memory people have is probably these popular Givenchy boots. So I'm so excited to see her first collection. The first collection will be in March of 2025. If you thought there was only one new creative director in this video, you would be wrong. Heyy Ackerman has become a new creative director of Tom Ford. This was very unexpected, nobody talked about it, unlike Sarah Burton at Givenchy. I hadn't heard about Heyy in a long time. He is a super talented designer. Some people even called him the new Yves Saint Laurent, and Karl Lagerfeld loved him so much. And by the way, Tom Ford himself approved him. We all know Tom Ford can be pretty harsh. In the interview he says, "I have long been a great fan of Hey's work. He is an incredible colorist, his tailoring is sharp, and above all, he is modern. If Tom Ford approves it, I approve it too." The last I remember he was a creative director of Berluti. I'm not sure if you are familiar with this brand, but honestly, I wasn't. And honestly, I don't think he could be very creative in this brand. Now he is a new creative of Canada Goose. I know, guys, I can't believe Canada Goose has a creative director, especially like Heyy Ackerman. But finally, Heyy is back at a true fashion brand, and I think it's a perfect match. I can see similar aesthetic between Tom Ford and Heyy Ackerman. They both do clothes very feminine, very sexy. So guys, let me know, what do you think about this new position? Do you think it will be a successful one or not? Hey's first fashion show for Tom Ford will be in March 2025. And there you have it, guys. In this video we talk about New York Fashion Week, we talk about Alaia, Khaite, Ralph Lauren. Which of these fashion shows you liked the most? We also talked about some new creative directors for brand Givenchy and Tom Ford. We still don't know who will be a new creative director of Chanel. Gianna Galliano also left Maison Margiela. Where he will go next? So many mysteries. Guys, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe on my channel for more fashion content. In the next video, I will talk about London Fashion Week. Also, guys, follow me on Instagram, Dmitry Friedman, where I post a lot of OTD and funny content, in my opinion, of course. Until next time, stay stylish.